Hey everybody, today's legal question. Is there a reason for an estate to take 4 years to settle? There certainly can be reasons, but it's not very common. More on that in a second. Before we get to that, I would like you to imagine a scenario where your family is going through a critical time that creeped into their lives and threw them off their axis. But they were prepared because you shared this video. We would appreciate it, as will your friend. I'm Valerie Zammitti, an estate planning attorney in New York and New Jersey, and we're here to educate everyone for free. So please drop your questions for us so that together we may help some folks before something creeps into their life. Now, when it comes to the time it takes to settle a estate or trust administration, I would say on average, 1.5 years is the time frame it typically takes, 1.5 to 2 years. That being said, there are many, many reasons why an administration may take longer. I'm going to give you a handful of reasons as to why, and I'm sure there's many, many more, but I just want to give you a few. First, not all parties can be found. By way of example, we have a case right now where a great majority of the heirs live in Italy. We found addresses for all but one, even though there was like 6 of them. So that complicates things and makes it a longer process. Not all parties sign a consent at the start of a probate process, if there is one. Well, if we don't have all parties in agreement as to who should be in charge, even though it was written under the will, that is an additional notice, a hearing, and a process. It slows things down. The court itself can be the cause of delays. They are sometimes slower, depending on the time of year, how much is sitting on their desks, etc. Any uncertain or fearful beneficiaries who, are a little overly concerned and take longer to act than most would, they're going to delay things. Not that they don't have a right to ask questions and find out. When there's multiple properties that are part of the estate or trust that need to be sold prior to distribution, this will delay things. In addition, and I think this is one of the bigger pieces, if there are assets that are not fully liquidated from the onset, stocks, real estate, etc., those will incur some kind of income tax impact. And therefrom, an income tax filing has to be made, which is not immediately when the sale occurs. It's either the following April or even further. And one more I just thought of, I didn't have on my list, is business interests. If the decedent owned a business and there are things to unwrap, unfold, and transition from that front, that, of course, will also complicate the administrative process in its entirety and make it probably a little bit longer. So we hope you've learned something new today and that you choose to share. As always, please take care.